Hello. Hey guys. Welcome to the Redesign with Prima Facebook group. I am Leah and I'm a brand ambassador here at Redesign. And today I am going to be doing a piece of furniture with you. And I am going to show you how to use transfers over silver leaf or gold leaf, whatever you're going to use. So I really like to layer my products. At certain times I do. And what I'm finding is that sticky pulls off sticky. So we're going to kind of go through and do a little bit of this transfer together over the silver leafing so that you can see how to get that sticky to adhere. Or just so I can give you a really good example of how to get the sticky to adhere to sticky. So let's pull this down. I pulled out a couple transfers and I have settled with Violet Hill right here. So what I did is I was doing a bench last week, maybe the week before, and I pulled out my Violet Hill transfer, which is this transfer right here, and I cut it up into pieces, and it didn't end up working out on the positioning that I had it. I didn't love the way it looked. So I actually sanded it back a little bit and painted over it, and I pulled some tape over it and the transfer kind of peeked through. Anyway, I should really do some close-ups on that because it turned out really cool. But I have a lot of this Violet Hill transfer left because I had chopped it up and I didn't use the whole thing. So I settled with the Violet Hill. And the big reason is I think that the colors really complement the classy lady on here and the silver leafing. So what I'm going to do is we're going to adhere the the chopped up Violet Hill transfer over all of this. It is one of my favorite too, Kelly. I love the Violet Hill transfer. We're going to kind of let it go up here and just kind of crawl up into here. One of the mistakes I made on this piece is I painted it cobalt blue. And then we put this on, and I love the lady, but the cobalt blue, I wanted to kind of cover it up a little bit, and I like the way it's peeking through a little bit, so I wanted to make sure my colors lined up well with the cobalt blue underneath. So let's get started. So I've already kind of cut this up just to make this process a little faster for you, so you don't have to sit here and watch me cut it up. We will cut a little bit of it, but this is a portion of the Violet Hill. It comes in 6 panels. And I am going to just go ahead. This is going to be adhered right here, pretty much like this, over the edge and onto here, and then we're going to go into the next one. But I want this to climb, okay? I want this to climb up my piece, and I'm going to bring you in as close as I can. Let's see if I can lower this even more. Hey, Nina. And we're going to layer the decoupage paper and the silver leaf, and it's all going to layer really nicely together. So one of the things I want to mention, the adhesive backing on the Redesign with Prima in comparison to other brands of transfers is really strong, which makes it a lot easier to adhere to the silver leaf. I think the heavier the adhesive, the easier it's going to apply to the silver leafing. So I'm just going to go ahead and line this up. I'm going to go over this paper a little bit. This paper is sealed. So I'm just going to go ahead and line this up like this right here. Can you guys see that? And once I set it on, it's pretty much set on. So I'm just going to turn it like this so you can see. I love it. And this is a transfer paper from mine and Anissa's new line, and we really wanted to create a product that was easy to use with transfers and other mediums. So this is really easy. You could use transfers over any decoupage paper, and they adhere really well. So this transfer is going to make this piece. It's really going to complement my lady here and really make it come all together. So it's just giving you a new way to just really be creative in different ways. But the flowers are really going to make this piece. In fact, her and I we were debating who was going to keep Anissa came in this weekend and we did some collaboration work together. We have a beautiful peacock buffet that I'm just finishing up, and she painted a beautiful peacock on it. Hey Anissa, I just saw you gave a thumbs up. And we were debating on who was either I was gonna keep the armoire or she was gonna bring it home. And I'm really glad she left it because I have a vision for it now. I didn't have a vision for it Sunday. I didn't have a vision for anything Sunday. All I had a vision for was taking a nap on Sunday. Okay, so this is adhering nicely. The silver leaf, as I pull it up, we may have a little bit of issue with the silver leaf coming up, and we don't want that. So I'm just going to make sure this is adhered really nicely. Hi, Catherine. So those of you guys that don't know, Anissa is the artist at Nis and That. And her and I have been friends for years. We've done a lot of work together, and she came in this weekend and we did some hand painting. We broke into my neighbor's garage and painted. We painted a lady on the back of his door. We had a lot of fun. They thought it was quite funny. So no destruction of property there. We just had a lot of fun together. And so I was really excited to use the Violet Hill transfer on this, which I also picked up the Lush Floral 1. And if any of the Lush Floral 1, some of the flowers match up, like this one will match up nice. So I can pull different flowers from different transfers to kind of make this, cohesive, or grab different sizes if I need it. I can do that as well. So I'm just going to use the tip of my stick here, and I'm going to adhere this down, and I'm going to pull this side up before I bend it over the other side. Okay, so that's setting really nice on that paper. It's setting nice on the silver leaf. Okay. And I'm going to just turn this like this so that you guys can see. Hey, Mom, what's up? Mom, I'm going to have to come paint your bathroom cabinet soon. Once you get it installed, I'll come by and paint it. Okay. So we have this right here, and this is on the silver leaf. So I just want to make sure that it adheres. It's pulling up a little bit. So I'm really gonna pay attention to that edge, because it does want to pull that silver leaf up. The way I learned this is when I'm doing, like, say I'm painting something, or I'm putting a transfer on something and I'm using gold leaf or whatever, and I have to tape a section off, tape will pull your transfer right off. So if you're making if you're making stripes or something, tape will pull your transfer off. So sticky pulls off sticky. So you really want to be slow. You want to go slow while you're applying your transfer to anything that's sticky, because the way you put on silver or gold leaf is you apply the glue, you let it get tacky for 15 minutes, and then you apply your silver leaf. Now you really don't have to wait any amount. I would wait for it to dry, but I've waited a few days to do this. I don't know that matters. But when in doubt, it's always good to let your stuff have cure time. Silver leafing is so easy. I had my husband do it. He did not enjoy it, but he did. Sunday, he did a little silver leafing for us. Okay, so now I'm going to start bending this over. And this is where it's going to get a little bit hard because I am going over a curve. So I kind of just let my flowers crinkle as they may. You can kind of see they're crinkling a little bit. And I'm okay with that. And honestly, I don't want to adhere this on here. I'm going to see if I can't get this cabinet open. There we go. I'm going to just go ahead and wrap this around. I think it'll look cleaner. And then maybe I'll come up this way with the flowers. And anytime you silver or gold leaf, it's a mess. So we're just going to push this on in here. And it can be sloppy because this is all going to get repainted and whatever is going to happen in here. I don't know what's going to happen in here yet. Okay. So I'm just going to make sure this is really pushed down and just slowly come up off it. Kind of following it with my thumb. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and just push it down. Now I can see the halo. The halo does not bother me. This part here, this called the halo, where it's a little bit adhesive, that's never bothered me. If it bothers you, don't do it over silver leaf because you're going to see it a little bit. But that has never bothered me, and it's never bothered anyone I've sold a piece of furniture to. So now I'm going to burnish this to kind of get some of these little excess tags off. And then we're going to kind of fly up the side. So for burnishing, I use the finishing pad. I buy these from Dixie Belle, and I cut them in half. I cannot see your comments, you guys. I don't know. I can see a lot of you guys watching. I don't know why I can't see the comments. But Roz is here, and she helps answer questions and whatnot. So I will be looking afterwards. So I apologize for not being able to see them right now. So this is burnishing. I'm just going to go through. And that's just going to take it off. Let me see if I can get you in really close on this, because that would be helpful for you. Oh, there we go. Hi, Beth. Now I can. Maybe no one was commenting. Okay, so I'm just going to, I don't know if you could see that a little better, but I'm just going to go ahead and rub that off. And this is crackled. I mean, this is not a clean look. This is distressed. I never, ever, ever go for perfection, because that's not health. That's not healthy for your mental health. All right, so burnishing it is just kind of pushing it in a little bit. Now we have this spot right here. Okay, I'm going to show you how to crack the inside of your drawer things. And oh my goodness, I love the way this looks. All right, so I'm going to use my spread pal. You could use your Redesign with Prima tool. You could use a credit card. You could use a spatula. I prefer this because it's soft and it's angled, and so it goes into the drawers really nice. So I really prefer this. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to just push this in like this. And that's going to adhere it. And since it's got that angle, it's going to make it adhere to the sides a little better. And we're just making that cut. Lift that. And we're going to make that cut as well. And look at how clean and concise that looks. That's really what we want. I love it already. Down here I have, this is cut off a little bit. I'm going to fix that some way, somehow. Okay, so let's gosh, I kind of love it how it is. So what do you guys think? I was thinking about coming up the side a little bit with the flowers, which I still can do. I want to make it so we tone the silver out a little bit. We could come up the side of the flowers, or maybe we just need a couple flowers in through here, or continue up the side. I already like it so much more. What do you guys think? Oh, you can't even see. Okay, so, oh no, don't want to do that. Should we go up the side here? Or maybe just a little bit of flowers right here. Let me see if I can get some going as an example. This shape has really thrown me off. Maybe something through here. But I can also just do like a side right through here too. And come in from this angle and just kind of do something like this. Maybe something more like this, so it, you know, to finish it off. I'm thinking I like that, and I'm going to cut those silver letters off. It's gorgeous as is on the front. Hey, Kim. Not too far up, though. Okay, just a couple more on the side. Just a couple more on the side. It's gorgeous as is on the front. Also by her hat, just a little so it trails. Okay, so just a little up the side. I think so. I think you guys are right. So I was even going to just keep it low, or I was just going to cut this part out right here and just have it like that. I think that's what you guys had advised, and I like that. I like that. Just that leaf in there. Let me just cut it out. So when I cut my transfers out, I am not going for perfection. Okay, let me cut this side. I also like to cut these sides so that I can actually match it up. We'll cut maybe cut this part off here and then all the silver or the gold lettering. Let's cut the gold lettering. I think that purple has to come off too. I think that goes over too far. You guys let me know if the purple needs to come off while I just cut the lettering off. I'm okay with a little bit of the gold lettering showing, but not too much because I don't want it to look square. So I'm just going to cut a little off like that. We'll cut this off for visual purposes. What do you guys think? Do you guys think cut the purple or leave the purple? I'm thinking cut the purple. I think the purple's got to get cut. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Susan knows what she's talking about. She's been around for a hot minute. And I'm going to leave a little bit of the stuff on. And I'm going to trim this bottom here to make it easier for this to adhere. And I'm just going to line this. I'm actually going to open this up and line it up some way, somehow. There we go. And make this really super easy. There we go. So those of you guys that aren't familiar, put one more pink at the bottom, cut the purple. Okay, this is the transfer tool. This comes with your transfer. 90% of the time I do use my wood stick. I do like to have the transfer tool for things like getting in my drawer edges sometimes. But the stick just feels the most comfortable to me. I think it's because I started using the stick. The hardware for this piece is going to be matte black, and I'm probably going to go through and touch up, put a little more silver leafing on the blue. I may even glaze over the silver leafing just to tone it down a bit. I have sanded it back quite a bit. Anytime I'm adding silver or gold leaf, it takes a lot more time. It's when you're using silver and gold leaf, your product is more expensive because it takes so much more time. So those of you guys that are furniture artists, keep that in mind. It just does. It takes time to scrape it all off. It takes more time to seal it. It takes more time to clean up. It's a very tedious add-on. If I knew I was gonna put silver leaf all over it, I would have painted this piece like gray or black. I would not have painted it cobalt blue. But it felt good that day to paint it cobalt blue, and now I'm just dealing with it. All right, I like that. I like the corner here. I think I need another flower right here. Maybe not. Maybe just a little one. Where's those? I'm just gonna add a little purple right here to make it concise. And then we're done on this corner. I'm gonna cut some of my gold off. So I'm just taking the part that we cut off of here, and I'm adding it in down here. Your flowers don't have to match up perfect. Okay, so some of my silver leaf did come off. I'll show you. You can see some of my silver leaf did come off a little bit, which honestly, I mean, no big deal. Okay, I love it. I love it. I'm gonna put maybe one right here. What do I have cut out? Maybe just a leaf. Yep, just a leaf right here. I'm gonna cut my gold leaf out a little bit more, my gold lettering off of this, just a little more. It's tending to leave a little bit more of a halo than I want. So I'm just gonna put this right here. I cut that gold leaf off. I'm gonna trim the top right here. Do you see how it's got that little bit of extra? I'm gonna line that up, so I'm just gonna trim that as close as I can to the edge, and I'm putting it right there. And then it's gonna be perfect. I think this is pretty much where we're at. Maybe a little right here for balance. Maybe not. Do we need something right here? There's no hardware on this top. There's hardware here and here. Okay, this is really pulling up my silver leaf again. So I just want to make sure I'm adhering it well, and then I'm pulling it different directions. Because if it's coming off, if I'm pulling this way and a silver leaf's coming off, sometimes I just need to pull the other way. You think it can stand along the top. Alone. Okay. Just leave it, you guys. Oh, awesome. Awesome. I think you're right. Okay. I'm going to trust you guys. With matte black hardware. And then I'm going to just touch up some of the silver leafing and we're good to go. Okay. How easy. And I still have a whole bunch of the Violet Hill left. Yeah, I like that. So I'll patch all this up, and by patching it up, I mean I'll tap it, I'll put some glue on it, I'll add my silver leaf, and then I'm gonna take like a finishing pad and I'll rub over all of my silver leaf to really knock it down. Do you see all, I don't know if you guys can see all the flakes flying, but they do. So I'm gonna, and I can also see my lines when I scrape over it. So I want to make sure as I'm doing this, it's a soft touch. And other than that, I'm going to seal her up, add her hardware, and she'll be ready to go. She will be available. It will be available. So maybe I'll add some on the top. The silver leafing's not done on the top quite yet. So, all right, let's see. Gold silver leaf never stops. It never stops coming off. It's one of those things too. Like I did that bench I just did with the bubblegum girl, and then I had the molds on the bottom, and then I had the Prima, the mulberry decoupage paper on it, and I painted it black, and I did gold leafing on all the trim. It took me like, gosh, it had to take me over 10 to 20 hours to do that. And then you have to clean it all, and then you have to, then when you're doing like gold leafing on trim, just for those of you guys that are interested, I take a paintbrush and I seal it all with a little paintbrush with sealer, and then I let that set, and then I clean it again, and then I go forth and I seal it like completely with like the whole piece, and I still get a little bit of gold flakes. So you're gonna get gold flack and silver flack anytime you use a transfer. But all right, guys, so I hope that was helpful for you guys, and you're inspired to do a little painting and transferring and all the things on your furniture. And I will be back here at 12 o'clock Central Standard Time next week. We might be working on this piece next week. We'll see. We'll probably be working on something fun. So I got a lot of new transfers in I'm ready to try out on furniture. All right, you guys, I'll see you next week. Thanks for being here live with me. Bye-bye.